With just days before a new season, farmers across our area are preparing for their fall harvest and the business it can bring.
But with the past summer's wild weather spanning from excessive heat at times to droughts to severe storms, how has that affected our crops? This season, our Tom Kowalski spoke with a few farmers today to find out anytime.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and Eva. Now, while farmers are certainly looking forward to the boom in business that fall typically brings to their wineries, apple orchards, and pumpkin patches, they have said that this year's been a bit tougher than average, but hope to end on a high note. With fall starting in just a few days on September 23rd, farmers are looking ahead to a busy time of the year as they prepare their harvest and farm stands before winter hits Erie. But with a summer full of varied weather, how are farmers' crops looking?
It's been a real challenge. It really has. I mean, for a while, we were almost a drought-stricken county, and then we've had these multiple storms that have gone in.
Tim Birch of Birch Farms says the weather's affected the timing of his harvest.
The fruits this year, from the apples to the grapes, it's turning into a late harvest season.
And not far from Birch Farms, Mazza Vineyard says they've also experienced a delayed crop.
Yeah, so we actually started last Monday with harvest, so we're well into our second week here. A little bit of a later start than the past 5 to 10 year average. Probably more in line with what we would see kind of on a 25-year average, so it felt like a late start. We had some of those cool spells during the summer. Definitely didn't move things along as quickly, but right now we're pretty fortunate with some great weather for the start of harvest, and things are moving along nicely in the vineyards now.
And back at Birch Farms, Birch says one of the biggest issues they've faced since the pandemic has been finding workers for the field.
The biggest obstacle we still have, and was created back in the pandemic, just like every other business, the labor force is not there. Every apple has to be picked by hand. There is no mechanical machine. The grapes are much, much easier. There's a grape picker, can pick 10 ton of grapes an hour, and 3 guys can go out and pick a whole semi-load in 2 hours. The apples, on the other hand, it takes many people to harvest my 50 acres of apples.
Now, Birch says despite the late harvest, he's still looking forward to the increased business this fall from his apples, grapes, and pumpkins. Live on the weather deck, Tom Kowalski, Erie News Now.